Hello, welcome back to the playthrough. So quite a bit has happened so far. We have finally broken some headway with Suna, the Suna quest. We finally were able to get into the fridge. The teens are now at the church. Everyone's working together. I told them that the drug operation was a no-go, which I was very happy with, that I was able to do that. So yeah, it's quite cute having them there all together, kind of working together. I don't know, I find it kind of cute. We've also gotten a lead on Ruby and where she might be. We were able to convince Titus to, I don't know, give up her location to us. Yeah, that was pretty cool. I was so nervous that we were going to fail that, being able to convince him that, hey, you know, you might want to tell me where she is. She could possibly be behind the shooting. So yeah, we did that, but I can't get to her yet. Apparently there are certain things that I need to do before I could pass the shivers requirement to kind of access Ruby. I know where she is, but can't access her yet. I'm hoping now that after doing Suna's quest and also linking up the signs with Noid, that, I don't know, that gets us a little bit closer to Ruby. We will try again today. We also came across this weird man at the Whirling in Rags, the man with sunglasses. That was a very strange conversation. I thought at first he might have been a previous partner of ours, but he insists that he's not. So yeah, I don't know about that. So the body has been sent to processing, and I have been able to get the boots off the body beforehand. I was not going to let those boots go. I feel like we have worked so hard in getting the pieces that we have. Yeah, Kim wasn't very happy with that, which kind of disappointed me. He did say that he will rat us out or turn us in if he is asked about it, which kind of upset me. Here I thought we were getting somewhere, but we were friends. But every time I think that, the rug just gets pulled right under me. I don't know, Kim. I don't know what I need to do to convince this man that we're friends. You know, I don't know. Also, we've discovered that Renee has died. I think he had a heart attack or something. I'm not sure. I don't know if it's inevitable, if he always dies, but I suspect it probably, us mentioning this woman in his life didn't really help. He always seemed to be quite upset whenever we would mention her. And that photo that we took from his office, I don't know. I hope that we had nothing to do with his death. It was quite sad talking to his friend, I can't remember his name, you know, his old man frenemy. Yeah, hearing him talk about Renee was quite sad. They hated each other, but I think they loved each other as well. Very dialogue heavy the last few videos. We did spend quite a bit of time at the church talking to everyone. We were able to tick a lot of quests off our list too. So yeah, like I said earlier, I'm really hoping that we can get to Ruby today. Yeah, let's see and find out. All right, so we just put a point into suggestion. So I'm hoping that we could get our date with Lillian, because we need suggestion for that. So we can, oh wait, we have Kim with us. We need to get rid of Kim. Make Van Eyck's jam harder. Let's go see Roy again, and see if we can, because we need to also get some sort of transmitter thing. Yeah, we need to find a working transceiver as well. So we can go to Roy about that too and see, maybe.
Hello. Let me know if I can help you with anything.
All right, I'm looking for a radio transceiver. You got anything?
A transceiver, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, we should have something to do the trick.
Ooh.
He produces a machine encased in a blue bakelite shell. Its black face covered in an assortment of pearl-topped knobs and dials.
How much is it going to
The
be?
lieutenant whistles a long, quivering note.
A genuine crystal sprach. This is a connoisseur's model, good for picking up foreign milieus.
The Model 9 also comes equipped with a signal purifier to suppress crosstalk. Especially good around here with our funky reception.
Cool.
In other words, it will put even the lieutenant's beloved diner wave to shame.
That's what we wanted. Sounds perfect. Sounds a bit like overkill. No, sounds perfect.
It's about as close to perfection as a transceiver gets. And
Fuck.
we're only asking 120 real for it.
No, we have 57. Alright, I'm gonna shop around a bit. I might be back later.
You'll be back again. I've got a feeling.
Shit, I don't know how to... Where are we gonna get a tape from as well? We need a tape, because we need to be hard. I was gonna say rock hard. We need to be hardcore. We need a tape for that. Oh, ceiling. Okay. Maybe he has something? Hey, a quick question. Do you sell any tapes?
Tapes? You mean like music tapes?
Yeah.
No, music is out. Don't listen to music. I sell extremely cool sunglasses.
Oh my
if you want
God.
to get your mojo going.
He points at the shoddy box to the left. Alright, so you have no idea whatsoever where I could find tapes?
Tapes? Tapes are everywhere. They're worthless. Kids throw them in the trees. There's one in the bushes, right behind this lorry.
Oh.
No one would ever throw a good pair of high-quality plastic sunglasses in the bushes, mister.
His smile widens.
To the west, dark brown ribbons of tape hang from the tree, flowing in the wind. You should have a look. It's better than nothing.
No, we can't buy anything. We need to save our money.
The hawthorn tree on Rue de Saint-Gislain. Bronze-colored ribbons of magnetic tape are caught in its branches, fluttering in the breeze. Just like promised, you've stood here for what seems like eons, guzzling the sickly fumes of lorries and carriages.
Pissed off nature, punch the tree. No. Good Hawthorn, pat the tree.
Patting the tree reveals a small sticker which has almost been worn to oblivion. It reads, RCM Emergencies Desk, number 8102, underneath a slogan, Mankind, be vigilant.
Okay.
The bronze ribbon twists around and within the branches in an intricately natural pattern. But there's something.
What do I see?
There's a twisted logic in this mess. You see the ends of the ribbon, the way it flows, how it twists and turns. It's all starting to make sense. It'll be easier to remove now.
Challenging. Disentangle the tape. 83.
With slow and deliberate motions, pulling, bending, and unraveling, you manage to extricate the magnetic tape from the branches. It curls up into a mess inside your pocket. If only you could find a way to re-spool it, so that you could hear what's on the tape. Maybe Roy from the pawn shop can help you with this.
Okay.
What's the tape for?
You know what it's for, Kim. The lieutenant looks at the mess in your hands. Only after you've successfully cleaned up the branches does the curiosity get him. It's for Egghead. I promised to make his Van Eyck jam a bit harder. Maybe this tape can help. I'm too embarrassed to say. It's for Egghead.
How? It's broken and unspooled. Do you think your new buddy knows how to fix it?
He has to. He's the master of ceremonies after all. I think at least one of the ravers would know how to fix a broken tape if they want to set up a nightclub. I'm not sure, but I'll find out. Maybe Egghead can point me in the right direction. I think at least one of the ravers would know.
You could also get it fixed at the pawn shop across the street. We shouldn't waste our time.
He looks at his wristwatch a little impatiently. Kim, we have so much time. The time goes by so slow in this game.
Good idea. He might have the tools. The tape projector in the pawn shop uses similar tape.
How can we get money? Let's see if... Oh, what's this? Oh, the tape. Let's see if we can sell some of our bottles. Probably get like not even $2. Oh, what? I don't have any? Oh, our bag is empty. Okay. Ooh, let's sell some stuff. Oh, we can sell this. Oh no, I thought we had 2. We had 2. Where did the other one go? Oh, it's soon I have it. We need to go to Roy and ask him to unspool. Is that the word? Unspool this tape? Hey, do you know how to fix this?
You mean re-spool it? Yeah, I do, but...
Great. Could you do it, please? This is important. I need to be able to play this tape for someone.
But I'm not some Mr. Fix-It. I'm a pawnbroker. If you want to pawn the tape, sure. Although it looks pretty... worthless.
Just explain why you need this so much. He's
Come on,
bound to
Roy.
understand.
Wait, but you tinker with film tapes all the time. Isn't that the same? Worthless? It's not worthless, Roy. This could be the next big thing for the local dance music scene. Huh, maybe you can help me some other way then? Wait, but you Yeah, isn't this the same?
No, it's different. Those film tapes actually mean something to me. But this is just a worthless bundle of old tape.
This could be the next big thing.
Huh? What do you mean?
He slowly taps his fingers on the counter. Do you know that old church down the coast?
Yes. What about it?
I helped some young ravers turn this place into a nightclub, and they play these weird beats there, which they call hypnotic music.
Is it any good? The music, I mean.
No, that's the thing. You can't believe how unbelievably thin the beat is. There's nothing to it, no bass. It just goes bzz, bzz, bzz. But this tape will make it hardcore. Not very. I need to funk it up. Yeah. It's thin.
Man, you're really invested in this.
He looks at the bundle of tape in front of him. It shimmers under the shop's dazzling light show.
Okay, I'll help you out.
Oh, thank
It's
you.
going to take a moment, though, so just sit back and relax.
Okay.
You take some time to look around the store. The play of visuals all around the pawn shop is mesmerizing. Suddenly, Roy turns back to you with a reel of tape in his hand and coughs.
Look at the clock. Wait, this took more than just a few moments. That was at least 15 minutes. Well, thanks for the help.
Yeah, my pleasure. I'll do what I can for true passion projects. Just try not to use this tape for negative photon emissions. Take responsibility. Okay.
Thank you. Oh, let's see if we can sell something.
Sure. Let me have a look.
Let's see if we can sell our clothes now.
I'm not purchasing
Alright.
any more clothing at the moment.
I don't want to sell our clothes anyway.
Anything else you're thinking of selling?
Alright, $50. Let's do it. I hated how I can't see how much money I have on this screen. I don't like that. I feel like that's a bit of an oversight, you know? 107. Close. I wonder if we can take that filament out of the machine. I doubt it. No. Pale unknown. I don't know what that means. I remember... Was there something in Placence's shop about the pale? I don't know. I just remember that term before. Well, I was hoping we could get that back. Whoa, that was a crazy sound we heard before.
Yeah! It was awesome and scary. Very hardcore.
His voice booms through the chamber, then gets silent.
Too hardcore, in fact. I couldn't control it at all.
He brushes his hand through his hair. What happened?
It sucks up all the air in the mix until it's the only thing left. It starts compressing itself and everything around it. Completely fills up the headspace. Extreme.
Is there anything we can do about it?
Oh! I don't know. Maybe someone can do something with this. I imagine this is the sounds that the future could make.
Sounds like a horrible future. Sounds like the future could be even more hardcore than I ever imagined.
Yeah!
I found this reel of tape. Maybe you can use it to hard up Ike's jam.
Yeah! Remix time! Tape goes here, into deck B.
He clicks the switch. The tape starts spinning.
The hand on his ear He listens to the audio through his headphones and shouts.
Wow! Did you get this from Arno himself?
A great excitement is bubbling to the surface within him. This is big.
What do you mean? No, actually. I found it tangled up in a hawthorn tree. Yeah.
Listen, I'm just going to show it to you. Ready?
Ready. Okay. Oh, that's nice. I like that. That's nice. That's pretty.
Wow! Here's that? The signs match perfectly!
It's kind of sad, you know, Wi-Fi connection lost. Oh well.
Now, if only we had the beat for the full assault, it would be unbelievably hyper!
Yeah.
What is this? It's good. How did you guys do that?
Do what? I just found a random tape and brought it to Egghead. He's just incredibly good at remixing. You're right, it's uncanny how well it all goes together. Something else must be going on here. Yeah, Egghead, he's incredibly good at remixing.
Yes, but what if Van Eyck based his remix on some forgotten local melody, like a folk song, and you just found the original piece that inspired him to create this jam? That would explain why it fits so well.
Nah, to me it sounds like classic Van Eyck. I don't think he needs any inspiration from folk songs. Maybe he lives in Martinaise and just threw away part of his song because he thought it wasn't good enough.
I think it's just happenstance. Chaos in action. Contingencies of our limited existence. That and Egghead's fantastic talent.
He nods to his friend behind the turntables.
Noid's right. Egghead's technical talent is the key. No, this is definitely part of the same song. Something cut from it. It fits too well.
Okay.
Something mysterious is going on here.
Andre's got it. Sounds like a local folk song remix. Sal's right, Van Eyck must live around here. It's definitely his creation. I agree with Noid. It's just luck and Egghead's incredible mixing skills. Yeah, Sal's right.
Be how it may! If it fits, it fits! Bring up the volume!
What about the bass? Do you
Yeah.
have any ideas for that?
Andre looks back at you.
Yeah, I remember. You said it needs more bass.
What if we used that crazy sound assault from Suna's experiment, but tamed it, made it pulse? I think it's good enough the way it is. I think the melody has already been a massive improvement. It's pretty hardcore. No, we need bass.
But how?
What about that compressor Andre was setting up to achieve some sort of parallel processing?
Don't be too hard on yourself if you don't figure it out. I think the jam's already pretty ultra.
But it could be hyper hardcore!
It's a white check. The audio onslaught can be tamed. Connect the dots.
Sidechain
Ooh.
the beat.
What does it... Sidechain? What does it even mean?
Listen, you can use the compressor to select between which track it's compressing. Either the auxiliary signal or the main input from the tape. Make it alternate between the signals. The compressor controls the gain based on the level of the signal on the aux sidechain input. It will allow maintaining a loud sound without peaks that fill up all the headspace.
Okay, Egg, you need to start sidechaining it. Explain the concept to him.
Sidechaining it, you said?
He turns down the music, his hands moving deftly across the mixer, setting up the necessary controls.
Then he puts on his headphones and his eyes go wide, wider than they've ever gone on drugs. He starts jumping up and down with bliss in total silence, still listening to his headphones.
Hey, what did you do to Egghead, Copman? Did you break him?
I'm not sure. Just wait and see, nodded Egghead.
Are you ready, pussy?
Yes.
Noid straightens his back, ready for the beat.
I was born ready, Egg.
Give him a thumbs up. Oh shit. Oh, I like that.
furious. The speed freak dances on the stage, intensely waving his hand in the air.
This is beauty! This is life!
What in the world is going on? The way melody and bass flow together, it's unnatural.
This one is for the hypnotic generation. We have tamed the sound, made it our own. The hardcore aesthetic just got more bassy. This one is for the hypnotic generation.
Introducing the ultimate sound!
We have tamed the sound, made it our own.
God damn it! This dance club idea might just work out.
DeLorean Church! The place to be! Pump it! Pump it!
Egg's losing himself in the sound.
This is it. This is a new era. The fabric of the world has been irrevocably altered. Who will be the innocence of hardcore melodic dance music?
I don't know. I feel like I want to do either the hardcore. No. I don't know. I feel like this might be important. Maybe. I don't know. I think maybe we should just keep doing these. We'll leave it for now. That's cool. Find the murder weapon. Where would that be?
A collapsed roof,
Ooh.
broken windows set in walls that are cracking and will soon also fall, and the coastal breeze rustling and sighing in the remains of the edifice.
I was in the wrong building. Oh my god.
Felled electrical.
Oh,
How ironic. All these dark rooms. Felled Electrical, you only know them as a small company that makes ink cartridges. Looks like they used to be big. There's something in the wind. Sometimes the only way to go forward is to fail first.
Why do I feel like I know this place?
Indeed, somehow you knew it was here. An urban ruin gutted by looters that once used to consume money and dispense warmth and light. You felt it before when it rained in Martinaise, and you felt the cold of the rain. The feeling persists. It has been in you ever since.
Could Ruby be in there?
In there? She could. Or she could be in the identical room over there, or in that boat shack, in that church tower maybe.
Why single out this one building?
Shivers. Oh, impossible. Found the empty trap, reconstructed execution, established the nightclub, discovered the anomaly, death notification, found the jacket. Oh, yes.
Even though you're sure you succeeded, all is quiet. There is no cold hand brushing against your forehead, no rustle in the reeds. The wind has died down. The ruin in front of you is silent as a tomb.
What was I even attempting to do here?
Trying to talk to the wind, the city. Whatever you thought would happen did not, and now you're just standing there in the pale of the morning, with your hands fallen to your side. Is trying to talk to the city something you've done before? Is it in your secret repertoire? A trick for when you're out of ideas? A prayer of sorts to Revachol.
Turn to the lieutenant. She could be anywhere. How do we find her?
How do we? I was really hoping she'd be in the village. Okay. She's probably north of the village, and this place is a peninsula. We already scanned most of the outdoor areas on our wild cryptid hunt, so we have an understanding of the geography, at least. And then there's the church. We've already searched that and can rule it out.
Okay.
I know it doesn't feel like progress, but exclusion is a step too.
Exactly, Kim. It's kind of like maybe everything we're doing isn't a waste of time.
Anyway, we do it the old-fashioned way, sector by sector. Go over the whole peninsula, ask the locals, enter the places where we can enter first, like we did in the village.
And if that fails, if we don't find her?
Then, if we're desperate, we can look where we can't enter. Bunkers, storm drainage, this place. I'm sure it won't come to that.
He looks behind him at the dark red box crumbling across the chasm.
Walk the coast, the old boardwalk, the reeds. You can always come back here and talk to the wind again. Look where it already got you.
Listen to the wind again.
Suddenly, there's a sigh, carried on the molecules around you, moving, flowing from high pressure to low pressure, like that of a woman emptying her lungs. She wraps the collapsing stone box in front of you in her breath, flowing through it.
Where does it go?
In through the collapsed roof, flowing down a concrete staircase to the basement, sweeping away footprints in the dust on the stairs, and then the beach below the boardwalk, its winding tunnels, a whisper away.
What is happening?
She's down there.
Say, I think she's down there below this building.
Okay. Why?
The wind told me. We've looked everywhere else. Ever since I woke up, maybe even before, I've been getting these strange cold spells.
Good, good. Yes. Cold spells. So basically your hangover is telling you she's down there?
What do you mean, Kim? It's been days and I haven't drank or had any drugs. Yes, I can literally talk to my hangover. That's how bad it has gotten. The wind told me. Call it a gut feeling.
So, how do we get in there? The doors were on the collapsed side of this building. They're gone, basically.
There's a ladder next to the sign. Perhaps we can climb it, enter through the roof.
Perhaps you can climb them. We are not climbing anything. I'm 43 years old, and I plan to live to see 70.
43 is not old. Relax, Kim. Fucking hell. Alright.
A rusty ladder leads to the rooftop. Some of the rungs are missing.
Yeah, that doesn't look good at all.
Assess the situation.
The distances between the remaining rungs are rather wide. You'd have to use the mounting brackets. However, they seem corroded and the peeling rust is razor sharp. In addition, the first rung is going to be tough to reach. It's what, 3 meters above the ground? And you're 180?
180 seems about right. 190, I'm a giant. 180 seems about right.
Not to mention that the roof is collapsing and the wind gets pretty brutal up there. Dismounting from the ladder is going to be hard. Perhaps if you were to not climb the ladder. Instead, what if you were to reconceptualize climbing the ladder?
What?
Astral projection. Be open-minded about this.
What if I don't climb? What if I just teleport?
Teleportation is not a thing.
The lieutenant stares at you stone-faced.
Even if it isn't, no one told you.
It is a thing for me. I can't remember. It's not a thing. Come on, Kim. Where's your adventurous spirit?
This really has nothing to do with adventure. We are dealing with basic physics here.
It won't hurt to try.
Oh yes, it could hurt. A lot.
He is restraining himself from using a parental tone with you right now.
Teleport to the route. Oh my god. Santiago climbing.
On second thought, maybe teleportation isn't a thing.
Why?
Because you're just standing there squeezing your buttocks and nothing is happening.
Kim, it isn't happening. I'm not don't say the stupid thing.
The lieutenant looks at you with that I know you're thinking the stupid thing look as you grow tired of clenching your buttocks and give up.
So savoir faire. Savoir. Alright, let's put a point. Let's put a point into that. Let's see if we can do it now.
A rusty ladder leads to the rooftop. Yes,
Fuck.
teleportation is completely not a thing. Perhaps if you were to instead climb the ladder with your eyes closed,
No!
this way it's less scary.
Fuck, I didn't save it!
It doesn't crumble in your hand, as one might expect. In fact, it doesn't even bend.
Grab the second.
Your fingers slip from the rung.
Officer, be careful. Officer!
The ladder gleams arrogantly with what remains of its metallic luster as you hit the barrel and tumble onto the ground.
Enough of that now, officer. There has got to be a better, more age-appropriate way in.
Oh my god. Alright, so...
A rusty ladder leads to the rooftop.
Okay, we need more points in there. Alright. Shit, okay. Well, what are we supposed to do now? I don't know what else to do. We don't have a brush. I don't know where to get it from. We can't afford that. I don't know where the murder weapon is. I don't know how to get into the passages.
A common office radio, like any of those found in countless waiting rooms, lounges, and other semi-public spaces all over the world.
Kim, how do I get the transceiver out of this thing?
There's usually a little switch somewhere.
Oh,
Ah,
okay.
yes. It's the one that says release.
The lieutenant points to the side of the radio. Flip the release
The lock
switch.
disengages with a nice click.
Okay.
You may now safely remove the transceiver unit.
I'm trying to look to see if I can find a clue or access the secret passages in the Whirling Rags, which is why I'm here in the first place. But
There's
I'll
nothing
take this,
obviously
I guess.
remarkable about it. It's about the size of a common pasta box, with knobs of molded plastic. What else is there to say? If this transceiver were a person, it would be an accountant at a large logistics firm. Perfectly competent, but unexceptional.
Tap it with your knuckles. Yeah, this'll do.
Very good. Let's get going, then.
The transceiver appears glad to be of service.
Do you think we'll actually be able to reach the coalition with this?
You've surprised me more than once during the course of our investigation. But I have to say, it still seems like a remote scenario.
How does this compare to your Dwana wave, Kim?
It doesn't, frankly. Don't get me wrong. This appears to be a fine transceiver for a general audience, but it's not something a serious radiohead would use.
Well, I guess this will have to do. Clench your fist. I'll show you yet, Kitsuragi. I don't know. Alright, this
I
will have to
suppose it's
do.
real.
The lieutenant smiles to himself. Oh my god.
With its transceiver gone, the radio has ceased its persistent buzzing. It is as silent as a headstone.
Would we be better off buying that one? That expensive one?
This is the night watchman's booth. The name on it, generally speaking,
Ooh.
it would be dishonorable to take it. But then, it looks like a military uniform, and wearing that is very honorable. So, a conflict of honor, it's up to you.
Take the uniform.
I suppose Renee is not going to be needing it anymore. It's a bit too colorful for my taste, though.
Okay, Kim, wearing your bright orange jacket. It's needed for work and all that. This is gonna take my shit to the next level. Yeah.
Fantastic. Try not to wear it with other similarly colorful clothes. Okay?
Alright, Kim, the style guru, the fashion police. What? One to Revachol nation, proud nationalist. Reaction speed. Alright.
Behind the dockworkers, a ceiling-height
Ooh.
window. The hawthorn branches scrape the glass like bony fingers.
I feel like we've already done this. Squint.
There's a little slide panel up there to let some air in. No need to open it in spring.
Fuck.
It's still too cold outside.
Look out the window.
There's a
Oh,
yellow
shit.
ribbon tied to one of the branches. Light yellow.
We did
faded
this,
with
I think.
time. A tiny splash of color in the blackness of the thicket. Hanging from it, a bronze key. Someone hid the key in the bush and attached a yellow ribbon to make it easier to find. It's close enough to the latch up there.
Okay.
One can slide it open and just take it. Surely not a coincidence.
Someone hid a key in the bush. Point at the window. The big guy looks behind him. I need you guys to hand the key to me. Can you let me slide by so I can grab the thing? Titus, can you hand the key to me, please? Can you let me slide by?
I don't know about that. I'm comfortable here. Don't think any sliding would really help right now.
Sorry, fucko.
Looks like you're gonna have to go bush diving. Good fucking luck with that. The Hawthorne's got a bitch of a bite.
I'm gonna enjoy the sight of you in the bushes out there.
With a loud thud, the old man stands up, pushes the window open, grabs the key from the hawthorn branch, and slides it across the table to you.
Take the key.
The key is brass. Workshop spare is etched into its bow. The old man closes the window and sits back down in silence.
Thanks, Theo. I'm pretty sure you killed me once, but another life.
Come on, man. We were just having some fun. Where's the harm in?
I'm tired of listening to your shit.
Thank you. Nod to the old man. Does anyone know why this key was... Yeah, we'll thank him. Thank you.
Don't thank me. I don't give two shits about your key.
Alright, Theo.
There is a silence around this man's words. Unlike Titus, they're afraid of him. That's the type of respect he commands.
Does anyone know why this key was hanging right outside the union box? Look at the key in your hand. I wonder what doors does it open? Does anyone know why?
Didn't even know it was there. Boys.
The man looks at the key in your hand, then around the room.
No idea.
Never even seen it. Someone must have hidden it there before this room became our place.
Look at the key. I wonder what doors does it open?
It could open the door in the kitchen. The blue door.
Yeah, that's what I'm
says
hoping.
Workshop spare. Maybe there's a workshop there?
It's worth a try.
Maybe this is somehow connected to Ruby getting onto the roof.
Your secret root theory.
Yeah, I did
You're
think about
grasping
that.
for straws, cop man. Why'd she put it back if it's hers? A little wisdom from old Titus. Not everything is connected to one thing. Keys just lie around. It's a messy world.
Wise, Titus, wise.
It's said without aggression, as genuine advice.
Leave. Okay. We're getting somewhere very slowly.
You see a heavy steel door the key fits the dimple lock. It takes a bit of effort to turn it after all these years, but then the lock clicks. Dust rises before you like mist. A tomb haunted by regal spirits from distant ages. Master Investigator, you just can't keep yourself away from locked and hidden places, can you?
What do you mean? It is my duty as a cop to investigate every square inch of this world. Hey, I'm not some sort of peeper. It's my duty.
Attaboy, the world's secrets were made for you. They wait patiently for you to uncover them.
Let's go in. This pinball says Fran Congian. The theme is horse and swords. Okay. Horse and swords. A note, NB, the spare key is tied to the bush outside the corner room window. NB, this pinball is white Diora. The back glass shows a female figure in mourning. Who's NB? Oh. Thanks. $5.
Over there, in the corner.
The pinball machine?
Not just any pinball machine. This is the pinnacle of pinball. Cornelius Gordy and the Mountain Goats. It's lit. You can't wait to get your hands on it. Lit, a phrase almost synonymous with the Insulindian pinball scene. Any pinball scene, really.
Kim, are you seeing what I'm seeing? Let's take a closer look. Pull out the machine. Are you seeing what I'm seeing?
The pinball machine. Gordy's Goats. A classic.
Wait, you played it?
A little.
Feels like a lot. Too much to play it again.
Let's take a closer look.
Ah, great.
The lieutenant sighs.
Cornelius Gordy and the Mountain Goats reads the golden lettering on top of the back box. There's a small column of text underneath. The machine is coin operated. Get the game on, Fingerboy. Those flippers are ready.
Lean closer to read the text.
Above the painting of a mustached man climbing a hill, a column reads, inspired by the legend of Cornelius Gordy, taken on the world's tallest peak, Corpus Muindi. The myth
No.
legend holds that when the nation is in danger, heroic Gordy shall return and
Gordy.
save his people.
Inspect the playing field.
The theme of the game is to explore Gordy's climb through the perspective of goats and to ascend to the top of the mountain in a time of trouble. The peak of the mountain is at the top of the playfield. All the balls have small goat icons on them and represent the goats as they race up and down the mountain. Areas around the playfield represent Gordy's climb, places he was said to have camped, which the goats can discover. Get them to the summit.
Insert coin.
It takes a while to get into a rhythm, but pretty soon you're able to keep 3 goat-faced balls in play with relative ease. Go, go, finger boy.
Finger boy.
I feel sorry for the goats. If they only knew the kind of guy old Cornelius really was.
Wait, what kind of guy was he then?
The kind of a guy who uses the word savages a lot when recounting his travels. A masked nationalist.
A racist mountaineer?
An avid huntsman too. He was often photographed in his dining hall, surrounded by wall-mounted hunting trophies from every continent.
That is not cool. Technically, the human beings are at the top of the... That is not cool.
He also hit his wife and kids. Other people's kids too.
Oh my god.
Sometimes pets. Hateful little man.
What a piece of fucking shit. Corny.
But you seem to be having fun.
He nods at the machine. I'm pretty good at this.
Your game is definitely improving. The jolly goats are flying all over the board, and although a few plummet to their deaths, you're never left with less than 3. Suddenly, a special passage leading to the summit slides open at the top of the board. This is where the balls need to go.
Concentrate and aim for the narrow passage.
Maneuvering a goat ball into a position for a perfect hit isn't easy. More fall to their deaths. But finally, the opportunity presents itself. One of them gets through. The words "Pale Rupture" light up on the speaker panel, and the machine starts filling with a thick, milky fog.
Sure.
Something's happening.
Congratulations. This is where the game ends. It's a cheap way of getting more money out of the players. A stupid nihilistic finale.
There's so much fog, you can barely see anything. Some is actually leaking out of the machine, and one by one, your goats start slipping, disappearing into the milky nothingness.
What a cheap trick.
This can be navigated. The balls leave almost imperceptible disruptions in the fog. Use them to calculate where they hit next. You're down to your last goat, going mostly by sound. Eyes are useless at this point, but that goat is something special. 5 times you snatch him back from the jaws of death. You're in a perfectly balanced system where neither you nor the pal is able to get the upper hand. This could go on forever.
Kim, it can be done. Just watch.
I am. I've seen it before. Played it too. You will eventually make a mistake and then it's all over.
Okay, Kim. Why do they even make these if it's impossible to win? Give up. Winning is too stressful. Why give up? No. Just do it. We're gonna lose. Fuck.
How?
Yeah.
If you can't even see it. The last goat plummets into the fog.
At least we
with
didn't give
almost
up. We tried.
suicidal glee. There goes nothing, finger boy.
Yeah. We tried.
All these mesmerizing machines, just waiting to be plugged back in and played.
Run your finger across the dust of the white Dioro machine.
Feels like it might jump back to life any moment. The lights illuminating the white-robed woman.
What's white Diora?
Some kind of inane pinball theme. Probably related to Messina during the DeLorean age. The history themes are the worst.
Diora was one of the 3 crown cities of the DeLorean era on the Muindi Isola, the others being Ria Silvia and Advesperasket. This theme is all about early airships and beautiful, sad, pearl-laden women. It's quite nice, actually. The lieutenant grimaces, looking at the machines.
How about we fire one of those bad boys up and play some ball?
You can't fire them up. They are broken. Only that one machine in the main hall works. The Royalist pinball.
He looks away. Sounds like you don't enjoy pinball, Kim.
No, I love it. I love pinball. Who doesn't love pinball? Let's move on.
It's kind of boring, in my opinion.
He doesn't.
What about the other one at the Francongerian ball? Want to play that?
No.
Alright, Kim. Think. Kim Kitsuragi. Kim Kitsuragi. Okay.
Kim Pinball Kitsuragi.
Kim Pinball Kitsuragi, aka Kimball.
Exactly. That's what he's known as. His reputation precedes him.
You're Kim You're Kim Pinball Kitsuragi. You're Kim Pinball. Fuck it. You're Kim Pinball Kitsuragi. Hey, Kimball. I'm not going to talk to him about it. Hey, you're Kimball.
So now he remembers.
He looks at you in the silence of the workshop, then takes his glasses off and cleans them.
Fine, I'm Kim Pinball Kitsuragi, aka
Tsuragi.
the Kimball. You remembered. Congratulations.
Wait, but I still can't remember anything else. You don't seem to really like pinball.
No human being should. It is a game that requires no skill and a childlike affinity to flashing lights.
Maybe that's
and to
why I don't
fantastic
enjoy it.
Science-fiction and historic romance franchise.
Lunches.
It is lame.
It is, I agree. Then why are you called pinball?
I am not called pinball. It was used to taunt me a long time ago, before I became a homicide detective and got my lieutenancy.
How did you...
Fine. I was a juvenile police officer for over 15 years. It's how I started out in the RCM. Once I had to infiltrate a pinball ring, as you do when you're a juvie cop.
A pinball ring? Lame. Okay.
It was not okay. I needed to become a pinball champion. I trained for 9 months. The job was successful and I was moved out of the juvenile wing to homicide. End of story.
You were a juvie cop for 15 years?
That time is over now. I was already a 38-year-old man. It was unbecoming, as was playing pinball.
So that's why he doesn't want to talk to Kuno. Trauma and stressor disorder from being a juvie cop.
Wait, so that's why you didn't talk to Kuno?
It's best if you handle the juvenile delinquents.
I'm gonna call you Pinball now. I'm gonna call you Kimball now. Don't worry, I'll keep calling you Kim. You're Lieutenant Kitsuragi to me. Don't worry, I'll keep calling you Kim.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi is good too. Now, we really need to continue our sweep of what appears to be a secret path through the whirling.
Alright. I was trying to be a little bit, you know, like casual, keep it more personal, you know, but... Okay.
This small elevator is dimly lit by a bulb that's been glowing for ages. The latticed cage is open, inviting you to step inside.
Look in.
Smells of nougat and sweat. Your head brushes up against the ceiling. There is a control panel to your right, and just enough room for 2 people to fit in.
Look at the elevator controls.
There are large rectangular buttons, monter, descente, and an international call for emergency assistance. That third one appears to be broken.
Of course.
A small steel plaque reads Halter 800. Halter is a Koningsteiner lift company who went out of business a long time ago.
I wonder what this elevator was used for.
Seems like a small freight elevator for transporting machinery. For that, it's pretty quaint.
He taps the on the guttering light bulb. It's golden in the dark. Close the doors and go up. Oh, small windows taped shut with black plastic. You can't see outside. Boxes of tools and replacement parts line the shelves. Schematics for a pinball machine, futurism themed. yes. Oh, that's cool. I do like our suggestion though. This is better. Oh, we look like an actual detective now. We plated armor. The pinball machine has been taken apart and gutted.
So this is where they brought 40 pinball machines to fix them up. A long time ago. Everything is covered with dust now. The lieutenant looks around the dusty, crowded room, inspecting the tools on the shelf.
Looks like they gave up on fixing the pinball machines at some point. This used to be a pinball workshop. Yeah, looks like they gave up.
At some point, 20 years ago, 15 maybe, before pinball went out of vogue.
This used to be a pinball workshop.
Looks like it. I'm guessing Martinaise North 22 used to be a pinball arcade before it became a hostel. There are machines left over.
He taps his foot.
Downstairs in the hall, next to the main door. One of them even works. I've seen one of the artists bang away at it.
Okay. Yeah, I think I remember seeing one.
Remember the dice maker?
Yeah.
Then that means...
Whirling in Rags was once the East Delta Pinball Arcade. This is all left over from that.
Ah, yes, as the novelty dice maker said. This has absolutely nothing to do with the case, I'm sure. But I do like a nice little connection.
But then it went bankrupt. Your skin crawls from making the connection.
Would this mean the Whirling in Rags actually is part of the Doom commercial area?
If that's true, then our cafeteria manager is not going to like it. We should tell him what we found up here, omitting that suspicion. He does not appear to be the kind of man who likes his establishment to be part of a neighborhood ghost story about bankruptcy.
Stupid superstition. But still, it would be interesting to see what the cafeteria manager thinks of this.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to rile up old... What's his name? It's been so long since we've talked to him, I can't remember his name. Gart. It will be very interesting to rile up old Gart. Like the old times.
It's not a ghost story. It's a curse, and Gart ought to be made knowledgeable so he can perform counterspells.
Oh my god. Cool.
You clearly see footprints in the downy carpet of dust covering the workshop floor.
Jackpot. These, unlike everything else here, are new.
The lieutenant takes out his notebook. Someone's been here within the last week or two.
3 weeks maximum, from the dust coverage. It could easily have been 1 week too. You know, officer.
He looks at you.
This is so good it makes him forget the whole Kimball memory.
This isn't bad at all. It was a good idea to see where that door leads. Commendable work bringing us to this place.
Okay, what does this mean?
It means someone snuck through what seemed like a secret route, leading to the roof, from where you can shoot our victim. This is significant. This prints, officer, could be the prints of our killer.
Let's have a closer look then. Crouch, study the footprints.
Large prints, most likely made by boots. The size is hard to determine. Sole could be bigger than vamp. The soles have left a pattern, uniform, horizontal lines.
This print doesn't look like the odd-soled print we found at the hanging, Kim.
The size looks about the same, actually.
Okay.
They're not the same shoe, but they could be the same person.
Yeah, true. This doesn't look like the workers' boots from the hanging, does it?
No. These little horizontal lines are different. They look custom-made to me. Or some kind of foreign print. Hard to say. Still a boot, though.
Get out.
Everything around you is quiet. The prints crisscross the workshop floor.
Let's move on. Alright, I do want to put another point in Savior Foire for the ladder, but we might run into something here that we need, so we'll hold on to that point for now.
The door is small but heavy looking. It's barred from the inside.
Is it this class she's, house? Maybe? So what's on the other side?
Unless we've veered off into a folded end dimension, I'm expecting to step out on the roof. We could ask Glacia about this route. See how she reacts.
Folded M dimension. A reference to the popular science fiction series, In System. Look who's in a good mood suddenly, and reads science fiction. Yes, it is quite likely that we will re-emerge on the M plane. Brace for psychokinetic impact. Or the roof.
Unbar the door. Alright, we need drama. Do we still need that though? Let's put another point into savoir-faire. We'll save it first. Hi Gart, it's been a while.
Hey, was there something you needed?
Well, well. Bringing him that new bird sure made a difference in his attitude.
Gart, I saw another thing at the whirling.
Another thing? Great. I love those.
Class G in room number 3, she nicked the phone line.
Why? No, fuck it. I don't want to know. I don't want to know why these degenerates do what they do. I thought we had one good guest in the building.
He really doesn't like it being classier.
Yeah, I bet you didn't want it to be her. Well, anyway, mystery solved. I don't like loose ends. You have Lena. Lena is a good customer. She's not here anymore. Yeah, I bet you didn't want it to be her.
What's that supposed to mean? Fuck you, buddy. She's not my taste. Good thing she pays for her stuff on time. I'll forward her the bill and be done with it.
Who was the girl that she liked? Oh, I can't remember her name. Yeah,
Wow. She really isn't his taste. Her spell hasn't spread here.
People like different things, you know? Beauty is subjective.
Now, was there anything else? I have like 4,000 coasters to stack. And then I need to wash dishes because it turns out I have to do that too now.
Oh my god, you're just miserable, Gart. Gart, what if I told you I got into the back room behind the blue steel door?
Oh, okay, well, I did hear you make noise back there, so good for you.
He controls his excitement well.
It takes a lot of willpower not to ask. Obviously, he's been wanting to know what's behind the door.
Aren't you gonna ask me what's back there?
Okay, what is back there?
Skeletons, a mausoleum of the dead. Pinball machines, a pinball workshop. Nothing, the black gaping maw at the end of time. Pinball machines.
Ha! I knew it. I've always wondered where those machines by the door came from. And they told me there was some kind of pinball thing here too. I knew it. Were there any back there? In working order, I mean.
Why? Do you want to play? Because I might be up for a game. Didn't check. Pinball isn't relevant to the investigation. Didn't check. Pinball is stupid. Why? Do you want to play a game?
No, I was just wondering if you found pinball machines there.
He appears to be making a calculation in his head.
He was wondering about something business-related, about how much money he could make of one.
Thinking of turning this place back into a pinball arcade? If you're thinking of selling those pinball machines, I want a fat cut. C-suite shit. Beat your chest. I'm a distributor. I feel a capitalist plot coming up. Thinking of turning this place?
No, but we could diversify the entertainment options, seeing as you've opened the door back there. The machine we have in the corner now is broken.
Why? What happened?
It wouldn't hurt to get a little life in here. Other than the hellish karaoke machine. That one's always causing trouble.
Yeah, those numbers he's adding up must be making good sense to him right now. Sounds like he cares about the place. He's not going to be overjoyed to hear that it's part of the doomed commercial area. He should still know. You have to be forewarned about these things.
I have to warn you, I may have discovered that the whirling is part of the doomed commercial area.
What? Why would you say that? We're at a completely different address from that whole thing.
So he knows of the doomed commercial area and its address. He's thought about this.
Wait, so you know of the curse? The whirling is listed on the intercom outside as one of the businesses in Building B. You should get your wiring fixed. I tried to call and couldn't reach you.
I've been working here for a long time, and that intercom has never been used by the whirling.
Hold on, not once? Isn't that already a sign of decline? The whirling was once the East Delta Pinball Arcade before it failed. It's only a matter of time before the whirling fails too. The The Whirling was once the East Delta Pinball Arcade, which failed through, though perhaps the Whirling will escape the curse.
Does this look like part of a doomed commercial area? This pre-revolutionary tilework, these high ceilings, the nice rooms, well, most of the rooms. For 14 years, man. That's how long I've worked here. I've kept this place up through hail and through sleet. Fuck me, if some doom ghost...
He steadies his voice.
He's done a fine job too. Though he's spoken of the place dismissively before, the hostel is actually very important to him.
You really care about the Whirling, huh? Who owns this place? What about those other cafeterias you manage? You really care about the Whirling, huh?
Yeah. It's slowly growing on me again. It's beautiful in its own way. Especially for this neighborhood. I've been trying to keep it that way. Even if it is part of the damn doomed commercial area.
Aha, so you finally admit it. You shouldn't be so worried about that label, you know.
I don't place much stock in the curse and so on, but the label frightens the clientele. Who wants to stay at a doomed hostel? Everything's doomed enough without that.
Who owns this place?
Some real estate management company. They never come around here, just collect money from afar. Honestly, I think some money laundering might be involved.
There is an acrimonious note. It's clear he's doing the real work around here.
And who named it Whirling and Rags?
Well, it sure as hell wasn't the real estate company.
It was you?
You look surprised. What? It's a great name, I know. Cafeteria managers come up with great names too. It's from a song.
A song?
Hail, Holy Queen, by the Atenaeus. Hail, Holy Queen of the Sea. You're whirling in rags, you're vast and you're sad.
Good pick.
The lieutenant nods. What about those other cafeterias you manage?
What about them? One is a basement dive frequented by chain-smoking communists. I can't tell you how sick I am of Kraz Mazov and Ignis Nielsen and all those old ghosts.
He's hesitating, not sure if he should share this information with you. Encourage him.
And the others? He doesn't have to tell you anything he doesn't want to. And the others?
The other is a kebab cart. It's very successful in its way, but it's nothing like the Whirling.
Well, good luck to you with this place then. Well, too bad it's all doomed then. Well, good luck to you.
Luck has got nothing to do with it. I need to think about where I'm going to place those pinballs. I have a feeling they're going to help.
Against the doom, it's implied.
So, if you didn't have anything else to tell me about my establishment, can we, wrap it up?
The woman in an RCM patrol officer's uniform winces as she notices you.
I would really prefer not to talk to you right now.
Why?
As Lieutenant Kitsuragi explained, a patrol officer is the lowest rank in the RCM, below lieutenant and sergeant.
Hold on, you're a patrol officer of the RCM?
Yes, I am.
I'm a cop too.
I know.
He's the real deal. He has a badge.
It's hard to tell whether he's sarcastic or
He
sincere.
is being sarcastic.
But if you had to guess, you would say the lieutenant is being sarcastic.
Yes, I'm on a murder investigation. Are you the cavalry?
I'm definitely not the cavalry.
Is everything alright? Why don't you want to talk to me?
I don't know. I mean, why would I want to talk to you?
She's still avoiding your gaze. Have I wronged you? I've done that to a lot of people. It's cool to see another cop. I thought Kim and I were the only ones. Let's just do this by the book, okay? Why? I bring word of the end to come. Have I wronged you?
No, you haven't wronged me. It's okay.
She shakes her head and breathes out.
Something changes in her. It's pity. Pity comes over her.
Okay, fine. Let's talk. What did you want?
What does one talk about with a fellow officer?
So what precinct are you from?
What precinct?
She just sighs.
Am I from? God, he doesn't know.
Fucking deranged lunatic.
The sunglasses wearing man pushes through his teeth.
You're getting an intellectually unsatisfying vibe from this conversation. Maybe you're doing something wrong.
Look, something is really bugging me. Are we or are we not from the same police station?
God damn it, you leave her alone. Keep your weird bullshit to yourself and be professional for once, for fuck's sake.
Can I actually help you with something?
She looks at you apologetically. I just asked you, like, what precinct are you from? Like, what the fuck?
Yes, of course. Preposterous. I mean, you would remember if they were, right? Who forgets their squad mates? That's not possible.
Oh, right. Are you with him? Point to the man with sunglasses.
Of course I'm with him. Why do you ask?
She seems startled by her own tone. He's an asshole. He seems like a cool guy. You look cute together. Nothing, just wondering. He's an asshole.
You're an asshole. You know what? Maybe we're both assholes.
Maybe.
Please, let's not turn this into another exchange, okay?
You're the police, right? Cool, so am I.
I don't know what to say.
Don't say anything, Judith.
Wait, is he police? What are you, the police, doing here?
I'm just looking out for...
You?
No one. I'm just a man with sunglasses. And you are?
A policewoman? A horse-faced woman? A policewoman?
Yes. A policewoman who just wants to do her job. That's all.
She says quietly and looks away. Okay, goodbye.
Again? I can't believe this.
Oh, fuck off. Oh, wow, he stood up. You want to go, mate? Huh? No, I'm too weak. Never mind. Alright, let's try this ladder. Hopefully we can get up it now.
The rusty ladder leads to the rooftop.
Ooh, yes. Hi.
All you need to do is close your eyes and concentrate. Darkness enfolds you. You can feel the distance between the bench and the first rung of the ladder. All you need to is...
do it.
Zoot, zap, pow, crinkle. It's like magic. You feel yourself disappear, your atoms fading out of existence.
Oh my god, I can't believe it.
What?
Bam! You find yourself on the roof, having mastered the art of physical displacement.
I did it, Kim. I teleported. Don't gloat. Just stand there like a Sumerian master.
You know, for the record, you didn't teleport there. You just climbed the ladder with your eyes closed.
The wind at the top of the building starts howling loudly, blowing away the lieutenant's voice. Faintly you hear.
Never mind. Find a way to let me in when you get inside.
Alright.
Don't go adventuring with a backup, especially if we think the suspect may be hiding here.
The central support beam has been destroyed by artillery fire. Oh. The glass is covered with grime and dust. You can barely see out. What's a postcard? This collapse nearly sealed the basement. One can barely squeeze by. Antiquated office furniture last century, maybe? Brought down and forgotten so long ago. This overturned table is covered in orange mildew, crawling with something. Ew. Oh, hey.
Two rusty metal plates that slide apart form a crude door. It's been here under the boardwalk for a while.
Push the doors open.
The doors seem to be on rails, but they've gotten jammed. You grab a side and put some strength into prying it open. With the help of your partner, the two metal panels slide open with a creak.
Huh. I hope no one dangerous heard that.
How did you even get there?
After you climbed up to the roof, you mean? There's a maintenance entrance under the boardwalk. It's next to a drain pipe, possibly a storm drain. It was easy to miss before.
He's quite proud of himself.
Could have saved me the effort.
At least now we have an exit, so let's get going. It's time to investigate these passages.
Series of thick, dusty panes of glass. Ooh, one suggestion. Yes. One to Mazovian socioeconomics friendly neighborhood. Okay. What was that thing above my head? There it is. Stale fabric, smell, and dust. No one slept here in months, maybe years. Revolutionary propaganda on the bunk bed. Ancient flyers and brochures. These pots and plates are full of dust and spider webs.
A mustachioed and mutton-chopped man, amateurishly depicted, gazes at you with sad eyes. A plaque reads, K. Mazov. There is a spider web in the lower left corner of the portrait.
Brush the dust off the portrait.
Years' worth of dust is shaken off. The full head of hair, matched by an ample moustache and sideburns, look a bit silly. Someone crouches, heels digging into wet sand. Hands sweep across the sand. Grains stick into the frayed skin of the fingertips. An old man sits on a slab of concrete and taps his fingers against the glass of a scope. You shudder.
Brush the dust off the portrait did that. It's Mazov. What a troublemaker he was.
Yes. Looks like some latter-day radicals were hiding out here. They left a long time ago.
A long time ago? How long?
Half a century? This was probably part of the network of defense posts the communards built against the amphibious landing.
He looks around.
I think the purpose of this bunker was to produce propaganda. It would have had radio equipment back then, but that's all been looted.
What's with all these secret weapon caches and secret bunkers? Oh, maybe we can find...
We have found a lot of those lately. I guess what most people think of as history tends to linger in rundown neighborhoods. Martinaise being what it is, no one has gone through the trouble of cleaning out the old bunkers.
Good hiding place for someone who's up to no good.
Maybe I should move in here. Seems cozy.
I won't stand in your way, but only after we're through with this case.
Could it be connected to the Mazov bust we found in the students' room?
Millions of depictions of Mazov have been produced. They're not all connected. Besides, that looked like some student. The youths always go for this kind of stuff.
Could someone have stopped through here recently?
You mean like Ruby? No, I think we've stumbled on a piece of history.
He looks at the dust. Leave. There's something in the air, an unnatural buzzing. It's getting louder, the buzzing sound.
There it is again, like a swarm of hornets buzzing under your scalp. A strange tingling you can almost smell.
Lieutenant, do you feel something?
No. What do you mean?
A pain, a strange tingling, a ghost. Nothing, it's just my mind playing tricks. A pain, a strange tingling.
I don't feel it, but we should still be careful. There were footprints back there, and I'm pretty sure they were fresh.
He looks ahead beyond the arch. Hold on, you really don't feel anything?
No, but you are the sensitive one.
It's not a quib. The situation is dangerous. He trusts your gut feeling on this.
$1.15. Thank you. 40 cents. A concrete pipe buried in sand and dust. Oh.
Suddenly, your entire body is paralyzed. Aggressive white noise fills your skull. A strange pain, like you've never felt before. Through the static, you hear a woman's voice.
Oh, God.
I know you're feeling pretty uncomfortable right now. Don't move too much or fight it. That'll just make it worse.
Alright. Says the shadowy figure by the machine.
Can't say it's a pleasure, officer. I was really hoping not to make your acquaintance. But here we are.
The voice coming through the whirlwind of pain is not malicious. She doesn't want to hurt you, but she has to.
Really? I took it as malicious. It seems sinister.
Doesn't wish to hurt you.
Yeah.
Not hook to your ear canals. Wait, no, not even your ear canals. This is going directly into your neural pathways.
Cover your ears. I am covering my
No,
ears.
buddy, that's not going to help. You can't shield yourself from this. It's an entirely new type of experience. Way worse than all the previous ones. Don't focus on the pain. Focus on doing your job. Tell her she's under arrest.
Yell through the static. You're under arrest. What's happening to me? Are you going to kill me too? Help, Cube. Help, my brain's on fire. You're under a... really? What's happening to me?
I'm using a pale latitude compressor. You and your partner have been caught in its field.
The explosion of static you're hearing is the ULAN frequency, blasted from that pale emitter that Angus mentioned.
I saw your equations. It's the ULAN frequency. Fat Angus said you had a pale emitter, so no. I saw your equations. It's the ULAN frequency.
Saw my equations? You've been sniffing through my lorry, right? I expected as much. I am a bit surprised you knew what you were looking at. A pale latitude compressor is used to sort of make the pale more manageable. With a lot of these, you can force a radio signal grid on the pale, literally crunch the distance across it. Signals are relayed across a series of repeater stations fixed to buoys. Not a fun job manning those stations. All alone out there in the pale, people lose their minds in just a few years.
So, what we are experiencing is a concentration of radio waves.
He gestures towards something with great effort.
Precisely. This is an industrial strength paraboloid. It's meant for forcing dimensions on something that doesn't have them. Needless to say, the frequencies used are out of this world. At the upper limit is the large prime number generator station. It's used specifically for pale latitude compression. That's why you may be hearing some numbers. But you might also hear, or think you're hearing, local radio chatter.
She's been holed up in here for a while with no one to talk to. Keep her talking, and you just might get an opportunity to break loose.
What's this goddamn pale anyway?
The pale? It's the end of the world.
How did you get your hands on this thing?
I built it myself.
She nods towards her torture device.
That's illegal. I'm guessing it's patented. But we are beyond that, aren't we?
Oh yeah. Way beyond.
She studies her death ray and the law officials trapped in it. Will I stay like this forever?
No. Once I shut down the compressor, the pain will end. It may take a few minutes for you to steady yourself, though. It's a bit like waking out of a very confusing dream.
Oh my god. Have you experienced the compressor yourself?
Yeah, I stuck my head in there before using it on you. It seemed like the ethical thing to do. Can't say that I enjoyed it. The field was weaker, but I can imagine what you're going through.
This is all great, but let's talk about the man who was killed.
Yeah, let's not talk about that shit. You were hunting me and fell into my trap instead. That's all there is to say about it.
So she thinks of you as hunters, not cops, and of herself merely as prey.
Please, could you just turn it down so I can ask you something?
If you've got something really important to say, you can do it through the white noise.
Turn this.
The lieutenant clutches his head, grimacing.
God damn it.
She regards you and Kim with sudden sympathy.
Fine. If you really want to talk, I can dial it down. I've also got a gun, by the way.
She steps reluctantly out of the shadows. The pain lessens.
Well, it doesn't feel much better, but she can form sentences now. Thinking doesn't seem to hurt as much. Just keep her talking, and you'll get through this. There's only 3 meters between you and the machine. If you keep her distracted for long enough, maybe.
Okay.
Be careful when you make your move. That'll be it for questions. Bide your time.
Alright. How did you know we were coming?
I heard you in the passages, and I've been preparing for quite a while.
By hiding bullets under floorboards?
So you found my shack, huh? I'm not surprised.
Her tone is bitter. She thinks she's been betrayed.
She didn't rat you out, by the way, Isobel, the washerwoman.
So nice. That's one knife I didn't want to find in my back.
She smiles a little smile.
As opposed to the other knives she's finding there now. Hardy for one.
Preparing for the worst?
I was. Before I caught you in the pale latitude compressor. I'm fine now.
That's her admitting the bullet was an emergency exit.
Did you shoot Lily?
No, I didn't do it. I only helped stage the lynching, though I doubt that makes much of a difference to you.
So she says she didn't do it, and she doesn't trust you. Is it you specifically, or the citizens' militia that she distrusts?
Who ratted me out, by the way? Was it Titus? No, he wouldn't have broken first.
You're right, Class G was the first to share her suspicions. It was your girlfriend, Shipcraft, to share her suspicions.
Oh. I knew the kitten had claws, but not like this.
She smiles sadly.
But she couldn't have known I was on the coast. How did you find me?
Your first guess wasn't entirely off. Your own boys told us you were on the coast. Titus told me it took some convincing.
Oh, fuck. Took some convincing my ass. Those guys liked me, I know it. But this is what happens to people whom people like.
A dull despair is creeping into her voice.
How the fuck did the rest of you get by?
Wait, wasn't it you who called me the human can opener? It's not personal. I opened them up. I do it by asking questions, and I have some for you. Honestly, I don't know how I do it. I just stumbled in here. Yeah, the human can opener.
I did, didn't I? Now you've come for me. Fuck them all the same.
That did make her forgive them. A little.
I do it by asking questions, and I have some for you.
Like what? I already told you I didn't do it.
She adjusts her grip on the gun.
A strong moral compass. She still wants the opportunity to make a case for herself.
Would you say that Lily was a likable person?
I didn't like him. Hardened mercenaries aren't particularly likable types.
You don't feel sympathy for Mercs? It's hard work. Did you feel protective of the Union?
Yeah, sure. And I didn't like Wild Pines sending in those foreign hirelings. Me and a fuck ton of other people around here.
I hate to be the bearer of bad tidings, but I don't think she's perjuring herself. She didn't hate him, okay?
You don't feel sympathy for Mercs? It's hard work.
Plenty of broken people who don't come with that kind of body count. Besides, they're paid well for what they do.
I have other questions.
I'm listening.
Do you have an alibi for when Lily was shot?
Man, I was with the boys the whole night. I hope they at least bothered to impress that upon me.
There were 10 minutes they couldn't account for. They did say you left to take a really long leak, 15 minutes. There was half an hour. There were 10 minutes they couldn't account for.
You mean the length of a toilet break? That wouldn't even have been enough time.
Hold on, no one takes a 15-minute leak. Our investigation has shown that 15 minutes was just enough time to commit the murder. 15 minutes.
Look, fuck you, man. I might also have stopped by the bar.
She speaketh truth.
15 minutes, enough time to commit the murder.
Wow. Now I'm curious. Please, explain.
Play pinball much? Look, there's a secret way from the first floor to the whirling on the... Play pinball much?
No. Not since I was 14 and hanging out in the only diner in Dardun. Haven't been into low-risk, no-reward games since moving to the city. Why?
There are some mysterious pinball machines in some pretty mysterious rooms in the whirling.
Yeah, and probably some ghosts from the time of the suzerain. I'm not really interested in supernatural mysteries.
Wait, what kind of mysteries interest you then?
Not murder mysteries either, if that's what you're thinking.
She looks you in the eye, impassively, making it clear that she's not planning to comment on the matter any further.
That's a shame because I happen to be a paranatural detective. What about elevators? Do you like elevators? Okay, never mind. Mysteries. There's a secret way from the whirling bar to the roof.
Don't know it, but also...
She frowns, studying your face.
The shot couldn't have come from the roof. or we would have all heard it downstairs.
She has a point there. No one mentioned.
The pain stops him from finishing the sentence.
That didn't go super well. You've got to lay something better on her.
You have a gun.
And?
Where did you get it?
The gun store. Trigger Happy Jacks.
The gun store? Really? Trigger...
What did you think? That I'm going to squeal on my gun supplier? Sorry, I'm not that kind of gal.
I can't quite tell what kind of gun is it.
A knocked away 80 front loader. 2-barreled. Not really what you were looking for, I'm guessing.
That isn't it.
Do you collect guns? Maybe old rifles?
No, they're not practical. Break too often.
There's other evidence I want to ask you about.
Yeah, evidence.
Do you like to hang out on rooftops?
Who doesn't? Oh, you probably mean Claudia's rooftop. Sure, I've hung out there. She's got this great antenna.
Is that the only reason you hung out on the roof?
The view's pretty bomb, too. But you might say the antenna was the main attraction there, yeah. Along with Claudia.
What's so great about her antenna?
It's very powerful. I used it to tune into RCM frequencies. That's how I knew to be prepared for your arrival.
So you're sure you didn't shoot the merc from the roof?
Yes, I'm sure. And anyway, as I said before, the shot had to have come from afar.
Did you leave any flowers for Claudia on the roof?
No. Gifts of flowers and candy aren't really my style.
These weren't just flowers, they're symbols of revolution. Push through the pain.
So now I'm leaving revolutionary symbols around? Come on.
But Claudia was mourning.
I never did understand why, when someone dies, a hothouse's worth of flowers has to die too.
Yeah. Okay, so you didn't leave Maybelle's?
No, I did not.
You're running drugs for the union. I've been through your lorry.
So, Heart of Gold Tommy fucked me over too. Never trust a musician.
She shakes her head slowly.
That really comes as a blow to her. Maybe twist the knife, just in case. Make her more desperate.
No, he didn't. I found my own way in. Yeah, I made him talk.
Yeah, that figures. What now? You're going to arrest me for drug trafficking?
You're a criminal. I can't trust anything you say. You had a financial incentive to kill the merc. I can't trust anything you say. I don't want to say that, you know. Move on.
Man, it's to get away from all that murderous shit that I left Jamrock, my previous employer, for the union.
You good?
The lieutenant is unable to articulate his question.
She deliberately avoided naming the mob she worked for. You might be able to find this out later.
Can we please stop with the
I got lucky
torture?
being a dispatcher. Never had to do any of the really dirty work myself. This gun has only been used for self-defense against serious scum.
She turns the knob down just a millimeter, but you're threatening us with it. I wish I had my gun right now, but you're threatening us with it.
Based on what I've heard about you, you are serious scum.
She responds, holding your gaze. Okay, let's take a step back.
Yeah? Where?
More questions before doing anything.
Oh, we're going up, okay. Who killed the merc if it wasn't you?
How should I know? As I keep saying, he already had a bullet in his head when I got to him, and there hasn't been any useful gossip over the radio.
Police radio? You've been following the case?
Who hasn't? You know, I can still see him there, in Claudia's room, lying on his side. He was still warm, but the bluish light coming through the broken window made him look as though he'd been dead for a good long while.
What happened Sunday night? Tell me your version.
She eyes you warily, as though gauging your sincerity. She's refusing to adopt the demeanor of a cornered animal, a leader with no one to lead. She still wants to retain some control of the situation.
It's okay. We just want to...
He struggles to finish the sentence.
All right, don't kill yourself over it. I was shooting the shit with Hardy and the boys over a few beers, like always. Then Klasha comes in, all pale and shuddering. She sits down with a drink, trying to steady her nerves. So I grab a seat next to her.
Wait, did she also seem high to you?
Oh yeah, super. But I didn't think too much of it at first. I'd seen her party hard before.
Klassia said you knew something was wrong immediately.
No, I really didn't. She's not that easy to read. I just assumed she'd done too much blow. It wouldn't be a first for her. But no such luck. She was in some deep shit. She asked me to come upstairs. The merc she'd been going with was lying on the bedroom floor, dead. I knew she couldn't get the authorities involved, so yeah.
You made it look like he'd been hanged.
How did you manage to come up with the plan so quickly? It's pretty weird that you came up with this plan right on the spot.
What? No. Faking a lynching was her idea.
Her idea?
Yeah, in cold blood. It really surprised me how quickly she was able to get a hold of herself once we got up there. It was like she was another person. The party girl was gone. She asked me to help her drag him into the shower so she could wind the shower head around his neck to fake lividity. Then she dressed him while I went to get the Hardy Boys.
Klassia knew exactly what she was doing. You can't remain calm under pressure otherwise. She lied to you about that, too.
Showerhead? Resourceful. That's bad that she'd be so calm. I don't believe you. Showerhead? Resourceful?
Yeah. I wasn't sure whether to admire her or be disturbed.
Do you think she killed Lely herself?
As I keep telling you cops, we didn't hear anything downstairs. No gunshot, nothing.
But even if this is true, weren't you worried the lynching might lead to...
War? The thought crossed my mind. But the mercenary's death was going to have repercussions either way. Although the way things are going...
She doesn't want to talk about this, but not because she has something to hide. She doesn't want the guilt.
Fuck it. I'm not responsible for these people after what they did to me.
Still 58. If you didn't kill him, why hide?
I saw you roll into town. I wasn't about to stick around for questioning by a goddamn La Puta Madre agent.
What do you mean, La Puta Madre agent?
Yes, you. Everyone says you're his peon, his human can opener.
She looks at you quizzically.
Through the sudden sharp pain in your head, you hear the lieutenant mumble something to himself. It's especially bad suddenly. Felt like a vein exploded.
Who's everyone? How do you know this? Bullshit, you're trying to throw me off. No one says that. Who's everyone? How do you know this?
Everyone in Jamrock. The cops, the criminals. Why do you think I'm holed up in here with a goddamn death ray waiting for you?
If she knows that about you, she must know your real name too.
Tell me, what's my name? If you know what about that about me, you must know my name. Fuck yeah, I'm La Puta Madre agent. You better let me go. La Puta Madre, I've heard of La Puta Madre. He's dangerous, right? Tell me, what's my name?
Harry Dubois. One corrupt motherfucker with the disco pants and a funny tie.
Not anymore.
Agent to La Puta Madre.
I'm not corrupt.
So she knows your name. That doesn't mean you're on the tape. Criminals make up bogeyman stories about cops all the time. All of this just means that you're effective. Criminals know you and are scared of you.
Yeah, as they should be. Fuck yeah, I'm La Puta Madre agent. You better let me go.
Nah. That I'm not planning to shoot you is the extent of the courtesy I can extend to La Puta Madre at present.
What did you do to this Madre anyway?
You've been to my lorry. You think the biggest player in Jamrock appreciates competition? And now I have Harry Can Opener in my lair. Fucking Titus.
I thought we had an agreement, she thinks. This was not supposed to happen. She's not going to change her mind that easily. She still perceives you as a threat. Wait, one thing, possibly small, but she said you rolled into town. Was that you singular or plural? She might know something.
When I came into town, was there anyone with me?
Yeah, you had your death squad with you. What happened to them anyway?
I don't know what happened to them. Who was in this squad?
Well, it wasn't this scrawny dude. You had 2 guys and a lady. The guys looked pretty buff. Lady wasn't bad either.
What else can you tell me?
One of the guys seemed chipper, a blonde. The other had a brooding something or other about him. And the woman was the only one in uniform. All were carrying. That sound about right?
She narrows her eyes. That's...
No idea who these people are, literally. Satellite Officer Vic Mayer looks out of the window grimly, then puts his coffee down and turns to Patrol Officer Minot. We could either take a room here in the whirling or go home for today. Let's go home, Jean. Nothing's going to happen today, she responds quietly. Jean takes his blonde wig off. Call Heidelstam. He can give us a ride.
I think I know them. They're in Martinaise. Yeah, that's right. I was just testing you. They're right outside with guns. No, that doesn't mean it. I think I know them.
Fantastic. I've got to get on the road. Then you can go find your friends. Unless you have anything pressing to ask me.
Do you know about the bunker next door?
What bunker?
The communist hideout back there.
Don't know anything about it. No one's been around since I set up camp. But I'm sure I'm not the first vagabond to...
Her voice trails off into white noise in your head. It feels like an aneurysm approaching.
Keep calm. Breathe in. After the pain recedes, it's a little clearer.
Okay. I can't do it anymore. Just go. Alright, let's do it. Nudge it during drugs. Talk. Okay, go. Yes. Ooh. But lucky we had all those health items. Otherwise we would have died.
You did it. The compressor lies broken on its side. It's quiet in your head again. It still hurts like hell, but...
Whisper over your shoulder. You're okay, Kim.
All good, officer. Be careful.
She looks at the machine, assessing the damage. Her hand trembles.
Oh, fuck it.
She puts the barrel in the gun into her mouth. What are you doing? What are you doing? Convince her to put the gun down. What are you doing?
Problem solving.
She mutters.
Ma'am, put the gun down. That's not the solution to your problems. You are...
Oh, yes it is.
Oh my god. I thought that I missed my chance. Admitted Madre agent said Tommy betrayed her. Convince her to put the gun down. Come on, Rhetoric!
You should know the words to say. You've been here yourself. So why is it not coming to you?
Why am I standing here like an idiot?
Because you've been going around pointing a gun at yourself, trying to answer the same question in vain. Her finger squeezes the trigger now.
But she doesn't deserve to die like
this. A smirk crosses her face as she watches you stand there, mute. Then she exhales sharply, shakes her head, and pulls the trigger.
I told her that I got Tommy to speak because the fucking narrator told me to try to make her desperate, you know? So I thought that to make her desperate. Alright, Bye, Ruby.
You watch as her brains trickle out through her
Fuckhead.
nailed hair.
What an idiot. Oh god, what did we just do? She killed herself. I failed to talk her down. I failed to talk to her down. In what world? I feel like, and I've noticed this for a while now, the percentages don't really mean anything. It's the little prerequisites, you know? Because we've succeeded like 20-something%, even like very low teens, because we've had all the prerequisites. So even though we failed, because I was going to say, how the fuck could you fail at 70-something%? It's because we failed the prerequisites. She killed herself. I failed to talk her down. It's our fault. I'm done. I'm not doing this anymore. Okay, compose yourself. What do we do now? Oh god.
Fuck.
The lieutenant stands motionless, watching the blood pool in the sand.
Get a hold of yourself. He needs your support now, too.
Okay. Compose yourself.
We clean up. It may take days for processing to pick up her body. We need to move it somewhere. That tent, there.
He squints into the darkness. Can I take your gun, please? Thank you. Woohoo! At least we got a gun. Equip this when times are most dire. Dark water trails into the distance. There is no way out. Oh, healing item gained. Awesome. Cooking utensils. She has prepared herself porridge with bananas. Oh, I'm not a porridge fan. $8. We can afford that thing now, but should we? You know? I don't know. I don't know what to do.
The plain red tent stands by dispassionately. It was pitched by practiced hands. She was used to camping out.
Look inside.
You see a rolled up sleeping bag and personal belongings.
We should put her in the sleeping bag, so the rats don't get to her.
Okay, let's carry her over here.
The lieutenant nods.
Why did she kill herself? Like, what an idiot.
There she lies, cocooned in the sleeping bag, surrounded by empty cigarette packs, books, and half-read magazines.
I can't believe you committed suicide.
Magazines. You should look through them.
If you know the reference, you know the reference. Sift through the books and magazines.
Assorted soft covers, mostly pulp horror. A motor carriage lies buried in the snow on one cover. On another, a ghost airship. You also see a collection of radio enthusiast magazines.
See anything?
The lieutenant peeks in over your shoulder, sift through the magazines.
Journal of Material Science. More technological digest. One of the magazines doesn't have images on the cover. It's not a magazine. It's a leather notebook.
A notebook. Take it.
You pocket the worn brown leather journal. She watches by, motionless.
We should read this immediately, like right now.
An intricate web of blue lines stretches.
This one.
A thick journal. The cover is worn like someone used to carry it around in their back pocket.
Examine the cover.
It's made of full-grain leather. The lower left corner of the back cover sports an embossed brand name. Schneller.
Schneller.
Schneller is a stationery brand from Gottwald, beloved among architects and engineers. She had good taste and must have taken what she recorded here seriously.
Unwind the strap.
The journal falls open. About 2/3 of its ruled pages have been filled.
Study the handwriting.
The large cursive of someone who writes quickly and confidently. Perhaps too confidently. Many phrases and even paragraphs have been crossed out, with tiny corrections scrawled above and in the margins.
Flip through the pages.
It's a mix of logistical notes, diagrams, and personal reflections, all dated.
We could learn a lot from this.
What kinds of logistics?
Hard to tell exactly. It's mostly noted down in code. Looks like contact information, quantities, directions.
There could be useful information about local operations in those notes. We have a junior sergeant at my station who's good with codes. I can give this to her after we finish this.
Okay.
Professionalism is his coping mechanism.
What are the diagrams of?
Esoteric radio technology. The most recent ones probably pertain to the latitude compressor, sketches, calculations of distance and density. You make out a familiar spiral shape.
Anything personal?
Short, wry observations of people and places. Probably a way to pass the time on the road. Also, what appears to be attempts to sort through some difficult decisions. There are a few passages with many questions in them. Staff issues. Always tough on the leadership. You smell traces of betrayal.
How far back do the entries go?
The first entry is from August 2nd of last year. It reads simply, I know my position is precarious. All I can do is make myself as useful as I can while looking for a way out. Remember, no one is indispensable.
What did she write the day Lily died?
Nothing on March 4th. March 5th, though, well, that's bound to come back and bite me in the ass. I'm bad at this. Loyal to a fault. But that's another matter entirely. She is referring to betraying a previous employer. Does this suggest she did it in self-defense?
Anything about La Puta Madre?
That name isn't mentioned as far as you can tell. Small wonder. Would you talk about La Puta Madre in your journal? You do see an M, though. La Puta Madre. M is mentioned on March 9th and March 15th.
Read the entry from March 9th first.
Great. M's peon is coming to town, no doubt to investigate the lynching. But also, I feel it in my gut to finally put a bullet in my head. While I'm napping in my lorry or on a smoke break, well, I won't stick around just to twist my own neck by constantly looking over my shoulder. Then again, isn't that what I've been doing ever since I got the call? Things played out just as she had feared, except you didn't shoot her.
This is not me. I wouldn't do something like that. What a coincidence. I wouldn't do something like that.
Maybe it's the old you. Or maybe she was just paranoid. No, not even the old you. No you would do that.
Read the entry from March 12th.
Been holed up here for 3 days now. I'm used to being alone and all, but I don't know when I'll be able to leave, or if I'll be ratted out. They will rat me out, of course. I've made it a point to believe in the best in people, the boys, for example. But experience tells me, did M feel truly betrayed by me? I was feeling threatened. He'd have to know if he threatened people, they'd take measures to protect themselves. Even I know that. Economic measures, first of all. Gotta make a living, right? I can still hear his voice in the receiver. Taste the plastic. The entry ends abruptly. The call was a courtesy. He must have held her in high regard to personally tell her he knew about her plan to run drugs for the competition.
What's the most recent entry?
The most recent entry is from today. It reads, even when I leave here, if I leave here alive, what's my next move? Staging a lynching is a crime, even if I'm not accused of murder on top of that. Forever on the run. Not really my idea of the open road. Man, I was really looking forward to winning.
I don't think she killed the mercenary. It looks like she might have been framed.
This whole thing was a detour, and a fatal one, he thinks. Don't get emotional.
So she died for nothing. She killed the merc, then turned the gun on herself. Case closed. It's so tidy. Okay, what do you mean framed?
By the Hardy Boys? By Classier? By us?
Kim, am I really a La Puta Madre agent? Then who do you think killed the merc? Am I really a Puta Madre agent?
No, I don't think you are. Ask someone in your precinct if you want to be sure.
He truly does not believe you are. Perhaps he shouldn't be so trusting. His trust is well placed. You aren't. You can feel it.
Then who do you think killed the merc?
Could have been Titus. Then again...
He pauses to think. But no one heard the shot. Seems plausible. I don't know. T-Man wouldn't fuck me over. What? But no one heard the shot.
Maybe there's a Hardy boy we've yet to meet, who acted as his accomplice. Either way, we need to keep an eye on him. One thing is for certain. We have business back in the whirling and rags. Questions to ask. We should get to it.
Okay, I think we should hold on to our point. Because it might be difficult to interrogate these people when we go back. Ruby said you were a notoriously corrupt cop, La Puta Madre's peon. That's why she was scared of you. When you get the chance, call your station to find out more if you dare. Oh my god.
Stop. Now. It is time.
For what?
Crisis. Death. You can feel it in your blue soul.
What am I supposed to do?
Be prepared. Wield Ruby's double-barreled pistol. What a shitty gun. But it's better than nothing.
I'm not sure I feel ready for what lies ahead. I'll fight with my bare hands if I have to. I'm not sure I feel ready.
Then you'd better get ready. Whatever happens, I've got your back.
Oh, thanks, Kim. Fucking mixed messages blowing hot and cold on me.
I'm all out of shits to give, loincloth. Welcome to the fucking reckoning.
Oh, is this who, are these the people who we...
Put your damn gun down. People are gonna get hurt. We need to talk this through. All right?
Shut up. You're not gonna talk yourself out of this, loincloth shit fuck.
Say nothing. Kim, what's going on here? The lieutenant raises his left hand.
This is a misunderstanding. Nothing irreversible has happened yet. You can just return to your unit and forget all about this.
The Kipt is merciful, willing to spare us if we just forget about our murdered and humiliated commander. I think we should just kill everyone, Corty.
You are all drunk. Come to your senses. You won't gun down 7 people in the middle of the street. This isn't a frontier town or a jungle outpost.
Easy, Lizzie. Let me handle it. I know guys like this. I'm sure we can come to a peaceful agreement. Ain't that right, fellas?
He is facing overwhelmingly superior firepower, and he knows it.
Peaceful.
Sounds like the armored figure is weeping.
Fuck, there's the third one. How did we miss something like this?
The lieutenant points to the helmeted figure.
This third one, he is the most dangerous of them all, heavily armed. The lieutenant is genuinely worried for his life. You should consult him before getting in there.
We're out of time. This is... What do we do? Whisper. The big one is a mercenary at the gates. The scab leader. Stop. This is the police. Get between them. Whisper. Let's walk away for now. What do you mean? Consult. What do we do?
My plan is not to get killed, but we have to intervene.
He doesn't want to, but he must.
Whisper, the big one is the mercenary at the gates.
If this turns into a firefight, we should take him out first.
He nods.
A sound strategy. He's the leader.
We're out of time. This is...
The Mercenary Tribunal.
Stop. This is the police.
Get lost, comedian. You cops had your chance. Now it's fucking time for some justice.
He licks his lips, waving his gun at the crowd, losing his balance for a moment. He staggers backwards. Is he drunk?
I think he's calmed down a bit.
Pig fuck!
Is the only word you can make out. It doesn't sound calm. I can see you're drunk. One wrong move and I'm taking you out. Easy now. No one needs to die here today.
Oh, People are gonna die today. We're not leaving it like this. These tribals hung him up for everyone to see.
No one is going to kill anyone. Let's just put the guns down and talk like civilized human beings.
Oh my god.
She doesn't seem to understand the severity of the situation. With a wordless gurgle, the killer loads his long rifle.
Fuck.
The leader gives a small nod to the helmeted man. You feel your fists contract as you stand there between these men, all carrying real weapons. No, it's okay. Soften him up and trust the others to attack if it comes to that. Make him talk. Present an argument. Even if it comes to a fight, it's always a good idea to drag it out. Get under his skin. Peace. Always peace. It has worked thus far. Start with the first idea you have. Move down from that. Please.
Who is that? Point to the man. I didn't know you had a third guy.
Rude. Rude is the killer. Rude, the killer. Owen Cloven. He doesn't talk much.
All of you cunts inside out.
What was that, Rude?
Rip you open.
Perhaps it's for the best. Him not talking too much.
The killer?
The gunner. The raddest. The killer.
He points to the figure clad entirely in ceramic plate.
What do you think he does?
He kills, tends to the stables. You think you're real tough hard. This killing is meaningless. I'm a killer too. He kills.
Smart loincloth. He fucks natives up. Soldier of the apocalypse style.
Easy. Easy now.
Listen, they didn't do it. You're all drunk. Look at yourselves. The Wild Pines rep does not approve of this. Listen, they didn't do it.
Yeah? Who did then?
Wait, I just need a little time to figure this out. Oh my god.
Time. You had time to fuck around in that church. Chase some dumb drug trader. I saw you.
Time is up, loincloth. Give me a name. Now!
It was someone else. Someone who's not here now.
How fucking convenient.
He gives you a drunken stare, then puts his hand on the gun. A lot of people could have gotten to that roof, like Garth, the cafeteria manager. Actually, they are here. Point to the enemy. It was one of you. I've changed my mind. I can still change my mind, right? Oh my god. A lot of people could have gotten to the roof. Oh my god.
What the fuck?
Oh my god.
What are you doing?
I didn't know who was here.
You think I'm fucking stupid, cop? What if I just shot one of your pals here, right now? Huh?
There's a dangerous gleam in his eye.
Go ahead. Tell me it was the fucking cafeteria manager one more time.
He points the gun at Elizabeth.
Listen,
oh,
please.
Thank God.
This cop and this drumhead court marshal won't decide who...
Think. Why doesn't he believe me? Alright.
The Hardy Boys confessed to hanging him. All together. Titus said, we took him out back and hanged him. He said it loud. In a public place.
Wait, they didn't confess. Listen, he was shot. He wasn't hanged. Listen to me.
You're lying. DePaul heard it.
He doesn't move the weapon.
A Kiel Model 40 revolver. 8 rounds in the barrel. The gun slowly sways in his hand from the inebriation.
You heard wrong. She and these men have been helping us find the shooter.
The hanging was only a cover-up. Listen, when they confessed they were lying. The gun isn't even one of... The hanging was only cover-up. Listen.
Fucking liars.
He pulls the trigger. A plume of smoke erupts from the muzzle of his gun.
The shot rings in your ears. A low, tinny ring. Then the Hardy Boys yell something. The young woman stands and looks behind her. The shot has flown over her head, crashing a small pane of the glass window behind her.
I missed.
The man looks at his revolver and smiles.
I know what I heard, Corty. They said they killed him. They said it was a good way to end a Sunday night.
That doesn't sound good. You need to change the topic now, or there will be another shot.
Alright, think of an argument, talk about Hangman. Change the subject. Fuck. I want to do this, but I'm too scared. I think I should do one of these. Think of an argument.
Alright, here we go. This is an illegal tribunal. Cranell would never sanction this. Who's the commanding officer? Take your pick. Really? None of this looks like it's going to do anything but piss him off.
Just a question. Who's in charge of your unit after the death of your colonel? Cranell does not give you the right to conduct a tribunal. You were called down well once. What happened?
What always happens when you get good at your job? That name meant night raids. Fucking extrajudicial funky time, burned villages. Shit, it sounds bad on the radio. The same thing happened when we were called whatever the fuck it was. Probably won't be called Cranell for much longer.
He looks around.
Not after this shit.
Okay, it's not much, but he's thinking about something else, and his hand is off the gun. This did something.
Talk about Hangman.
Dangerous. Ask about him first. You don't want personal facts about his dead friend coming out of your mouth. He has to start it.
Who are you, Cordy?
Sergeant Major Raoul Cortiner, reporting in to burn this fucking mud hut to the ground.
He points at the whirling rags.
Click, click, click. The realization comes to you like a picture puzzle coming together. His name is Raoul Cortiner. The dead man's name is Elise Cortiner. He's brothers with the deceased. No, probably foster brothers. Elise was put into a foster home, remember?
For killing, maiming, and humiliating our commanding officer. You're all sentenced to death by lead.
Portnier, I know that name. His parents left him in a fucking leaf compactor. Listen, your Lely, everyone says good things about him. He was a talker. He had blue eyes, didn't he, your colonel? I know that name.
He sways from left to right, inspecting you.
Raoul and Ellis Courtier, look him in the eye. I'm sorry about your brother, Raoul.
He wasn't my fucking brother. We just grew up on the same farm and got beat into place by the same sick fuck.
And then went to the same military academy and same unit and the same war. You were foster brothers, I know that.
You don't know shit. That's Corporal. Why don't you?
He turns to the radio officer on his right.
You lost him. Quick.
Fuck! His parents left him in a fucking leaf compactor.
Laylee.
Yes, when he was small, just an infant.
We researched him. We contacted the ICP and looked at his birth records. That was in there. And other things.
They fucking put Laylee in a leaf compactor. And now these cunts finished the job.
Oh, he waves at the gang huddled by the doors.
It's a mind fuck, Corty. He wasn't put in a leaf compactor. They're making it up to fuck with us. Major, permission to.
Open fire. We can't have that. Interfere now.
Listen, you're Lely. Everyone says good things about him. He was a talker.
Fuck do you mean, talker?
We've heard testimony. People say he was charismatic, a nice guy to be around.
Yeah, he liked to chat up the natives, share leaflets, squeeze a bit of kit tass here and there. Great fucking idea that turned out to be.
He points toward the yard.
If Lely was here, he would spare the lot of you. Maybe shoot one for show. But me, I'm not a big fan of public affairs, clay monkey. I'll gun every one of you down for what you did.
Ready to open fire, Major. At your command.
He had blue eyes, didn't he, your brother?
Baby blue, yeah. Like someone fucked up and put a baby's eyes on a grown man.
He smiles, pulling his face in a strange way.
It was creepy, but bitches like that shit, I guess. Or, I don't know what bitches like. I just know how to mow down cloth.
Fucking hell. Conclude, your brother did not deserve to go out like that, I promise. I will find his killer.
Find his killer? Cop, his killer stands right there.
He waves at
shitting
them.
his pants, and you're standing in the way, protecting them. I know what this tactic is, Silo Sam. You're gonna die for them. Right here. Today.
Big talk, but that leaf compactor won't leave his mind anytime soon. It's a small thing, but it got him off center.
You're all drunk. Look at yourselves.
Yes. So what?
Your judgment is impaired. You'll regret this.
Nah. I'm clear as day. Fucking government-ordained super soldier.
Enough already! What is this? We didn't come here to fucking chat!
Interrupt me again and I will execute you on the spot, Lance Corporal.
Oh. Fuck. So I can't interrupt him again. Fuck, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Shoot, caught. Just fuck. But then if I shoot him, the others are gonna shoot. Why would I shoot him? Where's Class G? She can explain this. Oh my god.
Who the fuck is that?
Glacia, the woman upstairs. Where is she?
She left!
The manager calls down to the balcony. God, what the hell are you doing here? What do you mean she left?
She left! Her room's cleaned out! Right before these assholes showed up!
We should have arrested her.
The lieutenant whispers, his eyes still on the armed mercenaries.
You can feel how upset he is with himself. Just for a second. Then the fear takes over and he's back in the moment.
Hey, Bushman! Your little cunt isn't gonna help you out of this one!
She's gone. Forget about it now. Concentrate on this.
The Wild Pines rep does not approve of this.
You think I care what that company cunt thinks?
Wild Pines is not going to forgive you massacring a bunch of innocent people. We're working together. She knew you're out of control. She told me. Okay, let me just say one thing. If I say this, he's just gonna say, innocent, these people aren't innocent, and then we're working together. Oh god. But then this might offend him. Oh, fuck me.
The man stares at you with bloodshot eyes, a bull ready to charge. He's not listening, but looking for an opening.
We're working together. She knew you're out of control. Oh my
She's
god.
gone, you stupid fuck! Sailed off 5 minutes ago. She doesn't give a shit about you, Silos. Stay cool! Don't do anything stupid!
Titus shouts to his men in the background.
The company bitch is gone. Laylee's cunt is gone. Laylee's gone. Fuck are we still doing in this shithole?
He looks around, tired and suddenly sad.
Guys,
even.
I just get in the way.
I don't even have a gun!
Hold your ground. Any more of you run, I'll shoot you myself. We're doing this together.
They're huddled close in a formation. Still, the rest will stay. Even if it means dying here with him.
I don't know what to do. I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna do it.
A plume of smoke and fire erupts from the gun, and your hand goes numb from the explosion.
Look through the smoke rising from the barrel.
There is a hole in his cheek. Blood gushes out as he stumbles backward, eyes filled with rage and disbelief, gurgling, muttering something unintelligible. To your right, the killer raises his rifle and takes aim at you. His moves are steady, but the long barrel of the rifle sways slowly. An Easter AR-FA7, built for taking out
Fucking
light
hell.
armored vehicles. It will devastate you.
Shit. Fuck. Kim, where is Kim?
From the corner of your eye, you see the lieutenant raise his pistol and aim it at Rude. He's trying to find a straight line of sight before the rifleman can take you out. In the background, the leader staggers.
Blank thing.
You stare down the barrel of the gun. You see Rude's mask behind it, his eyes in the slit of the helmet, like a camera lens, focusing on you. 0.4 seconds remain. There are 6 little black dots in the tip of the barrel, like a honeycomb. This is a knock cannon. It shoots 6 rounds in one pull of the trigger. Absolute destruction. Is there anything we could use to protect this frail body? That gun will tear us to pieces. He's drunk. Drunk fighters overcorrect. Move right, he aims further right. Get him to overshoot. Just dodge the first shot, and the second will be easier. Drunks are quick to anger and make mistakes.
Fuck, alright, come on.
You leap left. A swarm of angry lead passes mere millimeters from your side, tearing fabric off your coat. Feels like the lightest of tucks.
Joy, I am alive. I cannot be killed. I have become immortal. Shout, stop shooting at me. Oh my god.
The man tilts his head, trying to see through the clearing smoke for the next shot.
God, please.
The lieutenant says quietly without trembling. He aims face pale.
He's aiming for the eye slot in Rude's helmet.
Mm.
An extremely difficult shot. 2 shots ring at once. One from the lieutenant's pistol, and the other from DePaul's. It's aimed at the lieutenant, but it misses.
Kim, did he?
You hear a scream behind you.
Kim, did he hit the rifleman?
Blood gushes from the helmet's eye sockets
Well
as
done,
Rude
Kim.
staggers back, disoriented. The sounds coming from his helmet are not human. An unbelievable shot from the lieutenant.
Who screamed?
Glenn, dying in a puddle of blood behind you.
Okay.
His mangled torso has 2 gunshot wounds. Blood gushes out of them like red geysers. Oh God, watch out. You see 2 crazed eyes stare at you through all the smoke and the panic. With blood gushing from his face, the man raises his pistol at you. Then he squeezes the trigger.
Look him in the eye.
The look of vengeance, framed in blood, lips shaking. This is the last thing he'll do on Earth. But he will do it. He is your end. Here it comes. Death.
Oh god, evade the shot. Fuck. Alright.
You can't. There is no time. Something inside your pelvis explodes. Your entire lower body is on fire and your legs can't support you. You fall down like a rag doll. The pain is too immense to scream. It pushes the air out of your lungs. Everything goes dark, a distant blur as you recede into it.
Touch your lower body.
Feels slick and warm with blood. The pain is too strong to know what has happened there. Even clutching to your consciousness takes everything you got.
What parts of me are missing?
Most of what's down there.
Fuck. Oh god.
It's all gone. Open your eyes now. You have to see what's happening. No. It's just a fear. Even if... Who cares? No one wants you anyway.
Listen through the darkness and the pain.
The Hardy Boys are screaming, fighting, dying. Someone jumps over you. Nearby gunfire shatters glass.
Stop! The cop! Protect the cop! He's down!
Try to open your eyes. What do I see?
You're bleeding out.
Nothing. Darkness, blurring lights of pain. Out of it, a silhouette emerges, crouching over you. A familiar voice filled with urgency and fear. No one wants to do anything with me. No one wants to party with me. It's so dark, I can't see anything. Kim, I lied about not remembering who I am. I made it up. I remember everything. There's a white shadow that smells like apricots. It's always there.
Stay with me.
You feel burning hot tears streaming from your eyes. I can't forget it, even when I drank so much. It said I have a vast soul. Do I have a vast soul? She would have started loving me again, but I called her and now she won't. Please call her Kim. She won't listen to me. I can't forget it, even when I drank so much.
Yes, keep talking. You hear me? Stay awake.
The lieutenant pushes down on your wound hard.
But you can't. It's so hard. Your eyelids grow heavy, and the sounds ever more distant. And a cold comes over you. The lieutenant, too, is somewhere far away, almost gone, when suddenly you sense something behind him. A slender white shadow towering. Someone stands there, raising her pistol at him. The lieutenant does not see it. He's pushing down on your wound with both hands.
The lieutenant trusts you. Kim truly trusts you. No, Kim!
No, you scream. Behind you, from your bloody lips, your eyes are full of fear. There is no room for hesitation. The lieutenant turns around and fires, his body falling on yours in the course of the motion. You hear a faint scream, a woman's. Then the sound disappears, like someone pressed stop on the tape. The woman is gone. So is Kim. Then the whole world.
All into total darkness.
This is death. One more door, baby. One more door.
No, let me back into the fight.
The fight? There is no fight. The fight is over. It was lost 1,000 years ago. You have laid here forever. Keep falling deeper. Take the door. He's not taking it. His body is not taking it. Oh God, no. He's not disintegrating. He's swelling up instead. Over the hours, hurting, moaning in his sleep, and rotting, and being disinfected, and smelling of drugs, and feeling saliva in his mouth, drifting in painkillers, thrashing in his wound sleep.
He can't go. Not before the case is solved.
Hours turn turn to days. Soon we will get up again and go through it again. Finally, we know what the infernal engine was outside. The clarion call.
The engine of a caprice inhaler.
No, it was him. He is the infernal engine. Can't you see? He never stops. He only gets worse.
You see the lieutenant's familiar shape in the orange jacket. It turns double, then triple, from the pain.
Kim?
Sunrise, Parabellum.
He's in the middle of a freshly cleaned room with the fan above his head like a halo. His face is covered in bruises. Ouch. The room is clean. The piss jacket. Kim, you took it off. What did you say? Sunrise? What happened?
What happened? You shot the major in the face. A firefight ensued.
Is he dead?
Yes.
A blood-stained killer.
Swallow.
As retaliation, their rifleman tried shooting you. He missed, or you dodged.
Then what?
I shot and wounded him, while Glenn took a bullet in the spine. It was meant for me. He did not survive.
This is not the first person to die in his place. He goes on.
I don't know what to believe. What's going on?
Titus, Fat Angus, and Theo charged. Angus and Theo did not make it. They both died before they made it to intensive care. Titus survives. So do Alain and the musician. I forget his name.
Eugene?
Yes, he's still alive too. You were bleeding out by then. I think you said something about your wife, and you warned me. I was able to disarm one of them, the pole, before she got a jump on me.
What about the warmth and the blood that we felt on our bodies?
Thank you.
I killed her. And that's what happened.
The lieutenant takes a cigarette from his coat pocket and lights it. A bitter smell fills the room, and that's what happened. I thought you only smoked one a day, and they're all dead, all three of the contractors. How many casualties on the Union side total?
3. Glenn, Theo, Angus. The fat one, he took a lot of bullets. And Theo, he was just too old for combat.
And they're all dead, all three of the contractors?
The pole was the last to die. Everard had their bodies returned to Crenel for a funeral. The company is yet to retaliate.
Why?
Because we deterred them? Or Joyce did? Maybe the harbor in full lockdown is too costly a target. Or maybe they are simply taking their time and will attack soon. I don't know.
I thought you only smoked one a day.
This is the one.
And that's...
All.
An absolute disaster. It's a total shit show, Kim. Not that bad, all things considered. I don't see how it could have gone any better. An absolute disaster. It's a total shit show, Kim.
Yes, officer. 7 people are dead. It's not a success.
7, but it says 6. Okay.
+1. Ruby.
But what's done is done. The violence is cordoned off. The Hornets did not get into the beehive. The worst scenario has not materialized. Yet. And we are still alive. Both of us.
He did not expect you both to survive once you stepped between those two armies. His smoking, his hunched back. You have it worse, but he took a real beating. That cigarette has medicinal purposes.
That whole time I was thinking, can I restart this? Can I do it again? Can I put in my point? And then I was thinking, is this the end? Is this the actual end? Am I not able to start again? Oh my god, shit. How bad am I hurt?
Reasonably bad. You were shot in the left quadriceps. That's your thigh. The outer side, thankfully. No major arteries were nicked.
Shit.
The bullet was removed and a bacterial infection treated with mercurochrome.
Can I walk?
We will see.
Oh my god.
If it's possible, then by pure willpower alone, you are going to have to become a psycho-locomotor.
Are you hurt?
Not very. I have a concussion from that woman beating me with the butt of her gun. I tried to not move too much. Things would be worse if you didn't warn me. Thank you. I did not see her coming. Stupid of me.
Has anyone from my station been to see me?
No.
A man and a woman sit in the front seat of an armored motor carriage. The woman is driving. The man lights a cigarette. Jean Vicmer is his name. The asphalt vanishes under the wheels of the machine. Ahead, harbor cranes rise to the sky. Back to that shithole, he says.
They don't care about me at all. Is that strange?
I called your station after the fight. The injury was logged in. They told me they've sent officers to join you on the site.
Oh, you haven't seen any, have you?
I'm sure they're worried about you.
Sure.
That means he hasn't seen them around while you were out. They're not really worried about you. If they were, wouldn't they be here?
They're so worried about me that where are they? Better not agitate yourself further. It already hurts.
Sorry. He may have some idea, but he's not gonna get into it with you.
If not my station, then who treated me?
I did.
Thank you. I didn't know you could do that. Thank you.
No need.
I'm not going to make a joke right now. Get up.
Easy now.
The lieutenant turns double again before your eyes, an orange hue of pain.
How are you?
My disco days are gone. I feel fantastic. Let's rock. Who cares? Who cares about me? It doesn't matter. I'm very bad, Kim. Things are very bad.
The lieutenant doesn't reply, just looks at you teetering on your feet.
The room, it's clean.
Mr. Gart cleaned it. It took him an entire day.
How long have I been out?
2 days, in and out. You've been up enough to take Dramamine and curse. And drink water.
The piss jacket, Kim. You took it off.
Yes. The joke wasn't funny anymore. I took it off.
What do you mean? We didn't have those jackets. We never got those... What? Okay.
The close proximity of death must have made the lieutenant contemplate his life choices. He's done with the jacket.
What did you say? Sunrise?
Sunrise parabellum. Sunrise, prepare for war. It's an old revolutionary saying.
Is it war today?
The gates of the harbor are boarded up. The streets are a little more empty. Apocalyptic violence is yet to erupt, I am relieved to say.
He looks out the window.
I think we may have held it off, for now. Barely.
Good.
Yes, we have also completely failed. But that's okay.
Ouch.
It's not ouch time yet. You just got the Dramamine pill an hour ago. Wait until it wears off.
Dramamine? Then it's not that bad. Neither surgical nor organ damage bad, but still under the counter bad.
What happens now, Kim?
I honestly don't know.
You don't know? But I don't know either. Good, because I totally do. But I don't know either.
We can't talk to Everard. The harbor is in lockdown. Everyone in there is outside our grasp now. And Joyce has left too.
Joyce is gone?
Yes, she left yesterday morning. To meet the board of Wild Pines. Oh, that is what I've heard. There's a pin somewhere in the machine that keeps Connell from sending in a death squad.
He looks out the window.
Maybe it's her. Maybe she kept her hand. Either way, Ruby's gone. And Claudia too. We really should have arrested her, you know?
Wait, you've checked? She's really... Who did it then, Kim? Who killed the hanged man?
I don't know. I think the theory you presented, it's someone else, outside our circle of suspects, was right. It better be. Everyone within the circle is either dead or gone. Honestly, I think our investigation has not produced a single credible suspect.
His voice is calm, matter of fact. It's because I'm a La Puta Madre peon. Madre's peon, isn't it? The fucking Maybells, Kim, the flowers, the goddamn footprints, an antique bullet from a Malgrave 4.46 millimeter. How hard could it be to find one? How hard could it be? There are all these old bunkers and weapon caches, Revolutionary era. How hard can it be?
It's extremely easy. There are thousands lying around from the war, all completely unusable. It's precisely how easy it is that makes that bullet useless.
There are all these old bunkers and weapon caches, Revolutionary era.
We could find thousands more if we wanted. All of Revachol is full of them.
But they seemed so mysterious.
I can't believe they're fucking useless.
No need to be melodramatic.
The goddamn footprints.
Yes. God curse the footprints. Not solving the case for us. Au diable.
The fucking Maybells, Kim, the flowers.
What?
I don't know. Yank it out and show the dried flower while it falls to pieces. This one, remember?
Every piece of garbage in the city is not connected to the case. You don't have to keep everything.
He's wrong.
Alright. No, Kim, every piece of garbage in this city is connected to the case.
Okay.
He concedes, clearly not meaning it. This is because I'm a La Puta Madre's peon, isn't it?
Don't be narcissistic. Half the cops in Revachol West are his peonies. Even if you are, it is not a decisive factor in this case.
That does make some sense.
Fucking hell. You know what I think about solving crimes?
He arches his brow. The ceiling fan patiently spins overhead.
Solving crimes is hard. Solving crimes is almost impossible. Solving crimes is super easy. Actually, I want to talk about this crime some more before I tell you what I think about its hardness. Solving crimes is hard.
It really is very hard.
He sounds surprisingly weary.
You're not ready to give up, are you?
No. Are you ready to limp?
I'm ready.
Good. Where do you want to limp to?
A gust of wind blows in from the bay. The duraluminum box around you vibrates imperceptibly. A familiar cold, a red thread on the roof upstairs. Taut, plucked like a string by the gust.
We should check Classy's room upstairs. Let's just aimlessly wander until a clue presents itself. We should check Classy's room upstairs.
Why not?
He extinguishes the cigarette on the sole of his boot.
Another look at the window, perhaps? The one he was shot through. I don't know. I can't think of anything better.